It's not really about finding new stories, but finding new ways of telling stories.
It's about restructuring the world. It's a scientific, technological project, but it's an art project also because it's a leap of imagination.
How do you even start thinking about designing something so vast and so incomprehensible in a way?
What does it mean to bring ourselves back into it and really feeling that we are part of it? To start to respect nature again.
Planet City is a speculation. It's a provocation of a single city for the entire population of the Earth. A fictional city for 10 billion people. If we were to take Edward Wilson's proposal for 50% Earth, we could really just look at the density of even the most densest cities that already exist, and you could imagine this city playing out at not 50% Earth, but actually 0.02% Earth. And that's really where the speculation of Planet City begins. Could we imagine retreating from our vast network of cities and metropolises into one dense single point on the planet, thereby returning almost the entirety of the globe to a national park of the world? So Planet City brings together 4 artists to inhabit Planet City as an imaginary world.
The exhibition in general, it's a group exhibition, but it's really a group of groups. Each one of us is working with our own motley crew of collaborators and instigators. For sure, Planet City is not going to have cars. It's not going to have freeways in it. It's impossible because of the density. So we're converting this custom cargo bike, this activistic platform, into an exhibition display apparatus and a mobile nomadic architecture workshop station. The material palette of the Planet City is the existing planetary megastructure. We need a bottom-up architectural apparatus that is able to go out into the built environment, forage, collect. It provides the possibility to think of a revolutionary moment. In order to experience the whole exhibition, you have to also experience the city and the movement between those two places. For me, it's not presented as a finished solution, but that it's something which is always open to people's modification, to their critique, to their challenging, that it's not static, it's changing and it's mobile.
One of the rules we set was that there would be no new technologies that would be invented just to make Planet City work. All of the technologies that we see in the city are actually already here. They're hiding in plain sight.
So Pink Earth is a project that explores what Earth would look like in the epoch of Planet City from space. It looks at how the planet would transform and the stories that might come out of it from the point of view of satellites orbiting around the planet. The catalyst of the project is that distance that we can try and understand our own planet and our own stories from, and that distance being so remote, different that you can get from ground-based observations, looking at something that's so large and broad to understand something that might be as intimate as a person's life.
Planet City exists in a context where in many ways we're all already living in a planetary scale city. We have terraformed the Earth from the scale of a cell to the tectonic plate. We have turned our planet into a giant city.
Instead of thinking about rewilding nature, what about rewilding people? make them understand that they are part of nature. If we think that the citizens from Planet City cannot access nature, how can they still have an access that is maybe not a physical access, maybe it's a visual access, perhaps is an access that has to do with sound and smell. Beauty can be a tool to let people understand and question about themselves.
My project, Plant Garden, is a project about a forest ecosystem, and that is the scale of it. In this case, it's really a stand-in for that planetary condition, right? It's asking the question, what happens to Earth after singularity, after AI has emerged as a kind of a self-conscious entity that can govern the planetary condition? How do you make something like that an interactive software, but fun? I think we have to rediscover positive utopian futures. And I think, to me, this is the most important part of this project.
I think what we desperately need right now is new stories about how we want to live in the future. The stories we have are no longer fit for purpose. The scale of crisis we've created for ourselves is so far beyond those small-scale personal measures. We need radical systemic change. We need to rethink what a city is. So I think actually Planet City is deeply optimistic, but it's also incredibly pragmatic. In response to the current crisis, that's really the realization of just how far we've gone. Climate change is no longer a technological problem. It's now a cultural and political problem. And all the technologies we need in order to dig us out of the hole that we've created for ourselves are already here. And it's only our cultural hang-ups and our political biases that are preventing them from being rolled out. But that's also an extraordinarily hopeful place to exist in, on the cutting edge of the potential for change. If we wanted to, we could wake up tomorrow and we could do it. Whether we're going to or not is another question, but that's a powerful place to be. So the real fiction in this project is not the massive city for 10 billion people, but it's the idea that we can keep on doing what we're doing. That's the grand fiction that lies at the heart of the project.